We're back. Are we
Yes,
back?
we are back.
We're back, right?
Yeah.
And I think, as you guys can probably see, we're COVID friendly.
Yeah, we got a splash protector.
Had to.
Yeah, there's some noodles in the soup we're trying today, so just wanted to make sure we weren't flinging particles of broth at each other.
Yeah, and I think props to Bernadette for bringing this in. I've seen this at banks. I've seen this at like specific stores, but to see it face to face, I'm like, all right, plexiglass, here we go.
Yes, dividing us.
Yes, and dividing us, but also bringing us together.
Yeah.
Had to be. So how's your week been, Seamus?
It's been good. I got out to play golf with my mom.
Nice.
Played 9 holes.
Okay, we're at?
Pine Brook. It's where my parents have a membership. Nice. Pretty nice place.
Yeah.
I played terribly, but still fun. I like playing with my mom,
I got to get out there with Lana.
Yeah.
I think
she's good time.
Is she?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so close to just being where I want to be at golf. And like these last couple of weeks too, I've been out and the hits that I'm making right now on my driver, I don't know what the tips and tricks that I've been getting from someone has like really amplified my game.
Yes.
Like truly. Yeah. So yeah, just like you, this week has just been straight golf. And if not golf, just kind of being at home.
Yeah, I'm in big time chill mode.
Yeah.
Finished a busy semester and just kind of taking it easy now, which is always nice.
I thought you were back in school.
Yeah, I only have 2 classes though, so it's like
pretty chill.
A couple days a week.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
Anyway, let's get into this episode. Let's get soupy.
Yes.
So why don't you introduce kind of what we're doing this week?
So this week, it's all about our segments of Soup of the World.
Woo.
I wanted to introduce a soup to Seamus, who has never had it before.
First time.
First time. It's called Laksa.
Laksa,
yes. And the type that we're eating is actually called beef rendang laksa, which came from Malaysia. Okay. So that's what it's going to be all about. I'm just like, again, we've had a couple bites. What do you think of it so far?
I'm very impressed. Sad that I haven't had it until now. The meat, the beef, I guess, that's in there, it literally just melts in your mouth.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I haven't gotten through all the other things. I'm not the biggest tofu fan.
At all. Okay.
But, everything else is delicious. The broth is incredible. Great spice level. Kind of low to mid spice level. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, really enjoying it.
I think when you said that it's like mid to low for spice, I would 100% agree. But right now, maybe it's because I asked the guy to like turn up the heat a little bit on it. I can kind of feel it on the back of my throat right now.
It's a slow burn?
Just a little bit. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me, where did you find this soup?
So my love for laksa, like I gotta admit, I had no idea about the soup before.
Yeah.
Then there was a place in Calgary, just up north, actually near Garden of Italy, called Banana Leaf.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Of
course.
Great location in the city for soups.
Of course. Northeast Calgary, you're pretty much golden.
Yeah.
And so I went there, I tried some, and I was like, this is probably one of my favorites. And this is the first time I've tried it, right? Mm-hmm. But now it's like, this is such a treat to have. And for this one in particular, it's actually in Hidden Valley. So it's a place called Tropical Delight. Little hole in the wall. And I know that we keep saying that these places are hole in the walls when we like talk about it.
It's the best kind of place.
Exactly. But physically, you can't sit down. You can't eat there. It's true takeout. So if you're telling me like, were they COVID prepared? They've been COVID prepared for years at this restaurant.
They're like almost like a food truck.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Food truck with 4 walls. Amazing. Really.
No wheels.
Yeah, 0 wheels. And like in my head, I'm like, man, like the flavor is just spot on. The coconut base to it just makes my day for it. So when I ate this, I was like, this has to be one of my favorite places by far.
Yeah. How many different places have you tried laksa at?
I'd say total since Banana Leaf, 3.
3.
One stated it was. So to give you a little bit of background on laksa as a whole, it's actually a Southeastern Asian cuisine.
Okay.
And how it kind of came about was they stated, okay, so this is again online research. In the 15th century, there's a guy named Zhang He who decided that he wanted to do an expedition in Southeast Asia. So he went to Southeast Asia, and after that expedition, there was a bunch of people who loved the area. So places like Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore.
Yep.
And of course, because these people loved it, they actually migrated into these countries. So they migrated, and you kind of see them, obviously, now all of a sudden it's mixed racial areas. They actually coined themselves as being Peranakan, I think is what they're called. Peranakan, which is a mix of Chinese as well as these South Asian cultures. So I think after they infused the different flavors, they created a soup like this.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, man, like the different kinds of flavors that you can get from Chinese cuisine as well as just Malaysian cuisine is huge. And when we go back to the amount of places that I've eaten it at, I've tried it actually at a Chinese restaurant. I'm not going to call out where it was, but it had no coconut in it. Oh, yeah. So in my head, I'm thinking, all right, there's probably different renditions of it, but not as good.
Not as good as this.
No, not at all. No. Not at all.
Okay, this is the #1 laksa in Calgary.
Has to be.
From personal experience.
Yes.
This is it.
It has to be. Like the flavor. Okay, so also too, you'll notice that the name of it is beef rendang. So beef rendang is actually a specific Malaysian dish. And what they did is they put that dish into this broth, which made it into a laksa.
Gotcha.
Laksa really is just a spicy like soup that consists of coconut as well as curry. So you add that beef rendang on here. So like slow cooked beef, like the big chunks that you see.
Incredible, by the way.
Just makes it what it is, right? So yeah, that's kind of my love for it. And again, a little bit of a tidbit on it.
You tried it first all the way back in the 15th century.
Oh yeah, had to be, right? We were talking about, in the last episode, we were talking about, how long soup has been around and just like the bowl and spoon. And to think that like, obviously 15th century wasn't that long ago compared to 20,000 BC.
Correct, yeah.
But the flavors on this is just excellent.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. 300 years of developing it. Worked out.
Different renditions, had to get married to someone else that wasn't in your country per se to make this.
Yeah, cultures coming together, man.
That's how you make the best soups.
You love to see it, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Marrying those flavors. Oh.
Exactly. So you said that you've never had a laksa before.
No, this is the first time, yeah.
If you had to pick something that kind of tastes like this, or even just like the build of it, is there anything that comes to mind for you?
There's like a Vietnamese beef noodle soup the one that I have tried most is up in Edmonton at it's just like a place on White, also kind of a hole in the wall, really small, couple tables, friends and neighbors.
Okay.
But this is kind of like it, like the meat, it is the same. It's like melt in your mouth and it's like nice and spicy, but obviously no coconut, missing a couple of the elements. So, I mean, that's probably as close. Maybe beef saute like is closer to the broth.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, there's like noodles and the beef and the other veggies in there, the beef noodle soup.
I think for this one, I think the one thing that I would change on this, I'm not the biggest fan of it having lettuce. Like I'm okay with it being in there and obviously I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's just not necessary.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I would say the tofu is not necessary.
You didn't even know it was tofu.
I didn't know what it was, and now that I know, well, I didn't like it, regardless.
Okay, so you tasted it and you're like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So would you go to this place again?
Absolutely. They have? So what are the other types that they have?
Ultimately, it's just this. Like really, it's beef rendang. They have spicy beef ball. They have wonton that is incorporated in with the same type of noodle, but their specialty stuff is really this.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. You're gonna have to send me the address. We'll post the address.
Yes.
Instagram.
Yes.
So people can go try it out.
We'll get it out there for you guys. We'll make sure you guys have it as well, which is going to be huge. And honestly, it's all about supporting local. And yes, I know 100%. That when we were talking about Garden of Italy, we dropped a couple of places during that episode. So for you, I know that this is the first time of you having laksa, but if you had to plug a Calgary Asian soup place,
okay, yeah,
where are you thinking?
I get, I go to, this is Treasure of Saigon Vietnamese place right at the top of my hill.
Okay.
I get pho there all the time.
Wait, is that near the Shell?
Yes, right beside the Shell. Have
Okay,
you been?
I've never been. I didn't even know there's a Vietnamese restaurant in there. All I know is Schooners is in there, right?
Schooners, and it's right beside Schooners. Well, there's a vet in between, and then there's the CPU.
Okay.
It's a little hole in the wall place too, like
Awesome.
family owned, family run. One of my brother's friends actually works there, and he's like the son of the owner.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So we go there all the time, and that's where I would plug.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm glad you like the soup. Again, we're like not even halfway done, and I'm excited to just get this finished with because it's so good. But I say let's get into some of the coups.
Yes.
So again, coups are submissions that you guys have been giving to us. I feel like I'm saying that every single episode, and you guys are getting there. Like, you know, I don't need to tell you what coups are anymore.
We're still going to say it.
Exactly. So you guys are submitting to us, and then we're just going to kind of ask each other what the questions are and kind of squash what you guys had in mind. So the first one is since episode 5. So episode 5 was the hummus soup episode.
Yes. Yep.
Do you like hummus soup? Have you changed your mind?
I haven't changed my mind.
No, you still like
I'm
it?
still out on that one.
Okay. So since episode 5, we said something during the game where we were like, let's tally how many soups we now eat.
Yeah.
So, or have eaten since then. So do you know, top of your head, how many you've had?
Not off the top of my head. I was trying to do a quick calculation before, and it's probably around, this past week my mom made this homemade beef barley soup, and I was having like 2 bowls a day.
Love.
So that, that's probably like 14, 15 bowls of soup in the last week.
Okay.
And then, but before that, I didn't have too much. Like we had obviously that self-heating soup.
Yes.
Tried that. But I would guess 25 to 30 soups.
Okay.
Probably closer to 25.
I think I got to be in that same range too. I think I've been more cognitive as how many soups I have weekly.
Yeah.
And that episode came out maybe about 3 weeks ago now at this point, 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
Actually, even longer than that.
Yeah.
And I've had a soup every day. Whether it be seriously, like whether it be Sapporo Ichiban or
Sapporo Ichiban goes down.
classic, right? Or even just I've been doing this thing where I'll just grab like chicken broth, literally throw a little bit of salt in it, put a couple vegetables in it, like carrots and lettuce and onion, and I'll just have it as a drink, which is so fucking weird. But you know what? I've been doing that.
No, when I make Ichiban, I will save a little bit of the broth in a mug for my mom because she absolutely loves it. She loves it. She's like, just save me a little bit of the broth. I don't need the noodles. It's
How do you not, right? I think
it's so good.
It's so good. And then to top it off, I know we were gonna do a episode on packaged soups, but the Lipton soup in a cup, like the classic 6-pack.
Yep.
Every day with a little bit of rice has been like my brunch. I kid you not. That's been the best brunch by far.
The numbers we're putting up are pretty incredible considering it's been so hot the past little while. Like when I'm eating these soups, I'm sweating, but it's worth it. I love it.
100%. And I think someone actually asked me, they're like, why are you ordering that? Why are you eating that?
Yes,
in my head, I said, okay, it's 30 degrees right now. I'm wearing a sweater right now. I really just acclimatized to what it is, right? Yeah. Like I can have soup any day of the week.
I can have soup anytime, any place.
Anytime, any place. Yeah. Okay. What's the next question there you got?
Okay. Next one we're pulling up here. People were wondering, do we coordinate our outfits for the episodes?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I feel like when I got this question on the sideline, I was like, we don't. But then I realized every single time we do have an episode, and I looked at the little, the image that
thumbnails.
I post up. Yeah, the thumbnails. We're wearing the same color. And not by choice.
Not by choice.
At all. Even today, you'll notice, maybe you think we're coordinating because we're black and white here, but you'll also notice that I'm plugging the new merch that you guys will see soon. But no coordination.
Yeah, definitely not.
No. The next question that came in is cream of potato the original chowder?
The original chowder? Mm-hmm. Is it even a chowder to begin with?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Like there's got to be some sort of So,
We've been getting a lot of freaking chowder questions.
yeah, people are very interested
Aggressive.
in aggressive. I was going to say interested in what makes a chowder, what makes a soup. Cream of potato, it might be a chowder.
Here's what I
don't know. I mean, yeah, like technically potatoes would be one of the first things you could use to thicken a soup. So maybe, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if Irish people were that inventive and making chowders back in the day, you know?
We know that potatoes can be a thickening agent.
Yep.
We know that.
Yep. That's why they're in most chowders.
Exactly. But chowders also have some element of cream. And we talked about that, right?
Yes. Yep.
So in my head, I think, all right, when you mix cream with potatoes, you make mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Okay.
So if you add water to mashed potatoes,
you have watered down mashed potatoes.
does that make it, cream of potato soup?
No.
Or does it?
No.
You don't think so? Okay.
I'm a no on that
so
one.
that's it then. Cream of potato cannot be. Can't be.
I'm saying no.
We
could probably do some research and fact check this, but gut response is no.
No. Okay. The next question, what is it there?
So this one, we'll see, but is soup medicinal?
That's a tough one.
Very tough. I like that question a lot.
I do too. I don't think I can answer that right now. What do you think?
I think it deserves an episode. I like that a lot. I like that idea. Like we talked about this when we first started. It's like one of the things that you do when you get sick is like it's comfort food. You have soup, but it always makes you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And so what is the reason that you feel better? Is it just because it's a comfort food, or is there something behind that?
Or are there specific cultures that don't even use soup as a medicinal, right? Like, I think it might be a Western thing, but I think it'd be really sweet if we dig a little deeper, maybe see what kinds of soups do people like. Obviously, chicken noodle is like the go-to.
Huge. Yep.
But why?
Good question.
Why?
No idea.
Exactly. Okay. So let's take that away. Let's make that into an actual episode.
Done.
Cool.
I love it.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I guess we're done with the episode for today. Tony, thank you for bringing me laksa. That was delicious.
Yes, Tropical Delight up in Hidden Valley.
Tropical Delight. Go check it out, guys. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, obviously we love soups. We love you guys. Stay tuned for some of the merch that we're going to have out.
Yes.
I plugged it before, but I'll plug it again. And I think it's actually coming to fruition now. We just got to go through some of the color schemes as to what we want to put out there.
Yeah, the logo is so sweet.
So sweet. So again, thank you guys. And we'll see you at the next episode. Take care. Bye.